Hello and welcome to 20 Minutes with the Aegis Reclaimer. In this video, I'm going to show you the first 20 minutes of flight and looking around the interior and somewhat of the
Your
exterior
ship has been delivered to the following landing
of
pad.
the Aegis Reclaimer. We're going to hop over to Daymar and we'll have a look around. The Reclaimer is currently the biggest ship in the game. Others are planned, but it's the first one to make it in this game that was this size. You'll see as soon as I get through the series of airlocks here. And this is still in alpha, so a lot of the motion here you'll see is, gets a little choppy. I'm running two 1080Xs, but the game doesn't seem to be optimized for anything near that, so you constantly get, 0 frames, and then it goes back up to, 28 to 30. There she is. Big, imposing ship. Okay, we're going to walk up to the elevator here. This elevator runs right straight through the middle of the ship. Not all of the decks are accessible via this elevator, so there are other many other areas of the ship that are only accessible via a ladder or another access elevator or crawl space, for example. So lots of little nooks and crannies in this ship. It's a great ship to get lost in if it's your first ship to get lost in. I like to hop on this platform a little bit because I've had a few cases where you didn't actually get onto the platform and the elevator wasn't accessible. Again, it's alpha. We're going to head up to the habitation deck, and that is how you get access to the flight deck. I'm just trying to run through here because in trying to make a couple of these videos earlier, I wound up getting my ship wound up getting stored again because I took too long to get to the pilot seat and get the ship off of the flight deck. So I'm just gonna run, get to the bridge and up in the pilot seat, get this thing off the flight deck so I don't get stored and unceremoniously dropped back into the station. And once we're out of orbit around OLSR here, I'll get out and show you more of the interior and exterior of the ship. Okay, let's power this puppy up. Okay, just wanted to show you the exterior as it sits on the landing pad here. Sometimes it doesn't quite sit on the landing pad. I've had a couple of times where I come out here and it's kind of askew and it may have been hit by another ship or something, and it's impossible to get in unless you EVA up to it. But let's hit the thrusters and lift off. Lots of spring in those all that landing gear. Big heavy ship. You can see that claw underneath the flight bridge there. Okay, retracting the landing gear. Get us into flight mode. And you can see this is still alpha, so there's some flares left there from the when the landing gear was down. Okay, well, let's plot a course to Amar and quantum drive out of here. There's our star map. Let's find Daymar. I'm basically just going a sufficient distance away to get away from the station and then show you around. Okay, let's go find right there. And we'll quantum drive right to it. Okay, hitting the quantum drive.
Quantum travel initiated.
And this will be a quick jump here. Okay. Now let's look around a little bit. There's the moon side. We still have those flares from the landing gear. And there's the sun side. See all the spots there for various activities with this ship. You're going to have lots of shipwrecks to help go clean up, where your drones and claw are going to take the ships apart. So here's what the lasers look like. You know, they're not the largest lasers around, but they'll do a small job. That's all of them at once. And that's all fireable from the pilot seat. And I'll show you in here, there's lots of other turrets and other defenses here. Recently got a shield. There's the co-pilot. And these are the seats for the tractor beam operators. Apparently there's 2 of them. And you can actually operate the shields and energy and everything else from those stations too, I found. So lots of different little places to escape from the ship there. That's real quick for the bridge crew anyway. And there's a couple of scanning stations here, and in addition to a couple of remote turret operating stations there. This is a little personal transfer. That's just the ladder. This is the actual personal elevator that goes back up to the tech deck, which is the deck just above us, which is that elevator there. So this is the larger elevator for multiple crew members coming down at once. We're going to head back up to the tech deck here. There we are. Oh, a nice little safety gate just in case. I've noticed you definitely want to wait for the elevators to finish their motion. Okay, and this one heads up to one of the turrets, remote turrets, and down there is the gravity generator. I'm sure you've seen this before. You know, sufficiently impressive. There's a sub-deck elevator there as well. And this is probably the second most important room on the ship. And this is where you will operate your drones. 2 at a time. And there's a little like drone repair room in here. Let me show you that. Spot there where you can repair your drone. Or maybe retool it to do something else. You know, you've got a drone that's tooled to do one thing, and then you can retool it there to do another thing. And a nice little window for the repair room. Alright, let's hop up from the tech deck here. again, lots of little nooks and crannies around this ship. Up here is the habitation deck. There's a little docking, I shouldn't say little, there's a large docking collar in here. That's where you'll dock with other ships. You will get back and forth. This is the mess hall, as you can see. Lots of stuff just lying around there. I hope they have magnetic bottoms. Nice view window. I always leave my light on because there are lots of dark areas in the ship, as you can see, and it makes it easier to see your way around. Now we're down to the actual quarters station. This is the crew quarters. They're bunk beds, and they have toilets and showers as well. And the captain's quarters. Again, a bed and showers and toilet. Fully functional. Actually, I've never turned the shower on. I don't know if it's fully functional. But it's there. Here's one of the airlocks. There are two side airlocks here opposing each other. I don't know. This apparently isn't functional yet, and there doesn't seem to be a kind of airlock system, you know, where, like in the station, when you go out of the station, you hit the airlock and then it depressurizes the room or repressurizes the room, you know, based on whether you're entering or exiting. I don't think that is functional right here, but they do have EVA suits here for folks to use as they go EVA outside of the ship. Okay, that's it for the habitation deck. Let's hop on that elevator. I'll show you some of the other decks here real quick. If you want to see more, please let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to make a video of a specific section that you're interested in. Oops, I meant to go up. Sorry. I tried to change the mouse settings. It's either so low that I have to move my mouse across the entire desk to move it, or it's so high that I move it half an inch and it moves across the screen. So I don't seem to be having any luck with that. So this is the observation deck, salvage observation. So this allows you to view all the salvage activity that's going on. There doesn't appear to be much function to this deck, maybe other than, let's say, you were facing an invasion. Oops, we're stuck again. Okay. You know, maybe there was a boarding party, and you know, they boarded the salvage storage area. I mean, you could shoot them from this observation deck. I'm sure there are other reasons for it. Feel free to let me know in the comments all the other reasons there are for an observation deck in the salvage storage area. I'm sure there are many. I love the, you know, used and charred look of the ship. It's great. Okay, now we can go down. Let's go to the salvage processing. I'm sure you've seen videos of, you know, the salvage chopper that turns all of the metal into little bits. But this is where the you know, processing area would be. Sufficiently huge. Yeah, and with yeah, OSHA would go crazy with this design. There's a little area there where you could accidentally fall down and get into a bay below. But you know, maybe you want to do that, right? This is the salvage processing deck, but you could go to the deck below, perhaps not without injury, to the salvage hold. Yeah, okay. Salvage hold is below this. Yeah. There we go. That's more. Whoop. I learned my lesson. If you miss the elevator, don't try to get in there and do anything else. Just oh, that's right. We did see the salvage hold already. I showed it to you. All right, let's move on to cargo hold. This is your, general cargo. Store all your food and equipment and what else? Crew stuff. Lots of storage available on the ship, obviously. Alright, now, finally, yeah, let's go down to the surface here. Now, we're in space, so you'll see space. And again, there's been no depressurization or anything like that. We're in a spacesuit with a helmet on, so we got plenty of oxygen. If I were to hop off this platform, that would put me in an EVA. But thank goodness the gravity generator works on the elevator, so I don't have to fly in space over to this console. Alright, back up to the rotation deck. And I'll show you on these larger ships, this is how you would log out. We're actually going to hop into bed here. There's a nice closet. And I'll actually log out here and show you how that's done. First you go ahead and lay down. And this is how you do it on one of the larger ships. And then when you log back in the game, the plan is to log you back in where you logged off. And there it is. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you later.